Something stirs within the shadows across Middle-earth. Eyes watch patiently with foul intent from hidden spaces. Mouths whisper from darkness to corrupt the minds of the just. Hands reach with greedy fingers from unwatched places to grasp for power and wealth. Who will raise their own light against the spread of this darkness? Who will stand against the unknown danger that creeps ever closer? To where shall we look for heroes?
Well, exclamation everybody, and welcome to Lord of the Rings, the adventure card game. So I'm a bit late to the to the party here apparently, although it is still in early access. This has been out in early access for about a year now, and I just started getting recommendations to it from Steam, so that's how I just kind of stumbled upon this. It is by Fantasy Flight Interactive and published by Asmodee Digital. It does require you to, after you get through the tutorial, to create an account with Asmodee Digital, because there's a multiplayer component here and other things. So yeah, it's a card battle game. It's based on the I think the Lord of the Rings, the living what do they call them? Living card collecting game is what they're calling them now or whatever. So it's kind of it's based on that. It's got some really nice artwork and stuff. But it's kind of weird with its monetization right now. I'm going to play the single player for you guys, but we'll look at the expansions here really quick. So you got the Shadows Reach expansion pack, which apparently I have somehow. I don't know how that works. Shadows Reach, I think the Shadows Reach is the first expansion. I think that's what that is, yeah. So you get this one upon buying the early access game. The Shadows Fall is the expansion to it, and that is $10. And then there's I thought there was another one that was like $2, but I guess that was this one that I was seeing, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. But with these come like a starter deck and other things, as well as the actual single player content. Is this one? No, it's not that one. All right. Anyway, anywho, so there's the expansions. Those you have to pay actual cash money for. There's also these coins here, which look like they are used for the avatars and stuff. Now, some reason all these avatars are now unlocked. When I played this earlier today, nothing was unlocked. And then I closed the game out and started back up again now, and it's hours later, and suddenly things are unlocked. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea how this is working. But in any event, I guess because it sees that I have an account now or something, I don't know. Anyway, but you have all the emotes, and you have card backs and all that stuff, and then these you unlock with the coins that you have up there, and I got 8,000. I assume because that's for buying into the early access, you got 8,000, plus I got a starter deck and all that stuff. It's kind of weird here. You got Sauron is also has a deck which he may or may not play cards along the way as you're going. It's kind of an interesting concept, but at the same time, it's I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it, because all I've done is play the tutorial at this point. So without further ado, let's, instead of dicking around here with all the monetization and stuff, you can kind of see where they're going with the coins are for, like, card backs and stuff like that, and the expansions are actual money. I would kind of think that I would expect that the expansions would be something that you could buy with the in-game currency too, but I guess, because that would keep the multiplayer going, I would think. But I guess it's just some weird. I don't know. Maybe that's something they'll do after early access. Who knows? But let's start a single-player game, and we've got here the King of Carrion. So this is the tutorial here, prelude. You got the King of Carrion and a Feast for Trolls. And it tells you where they're taking place, third age, and all that stuff. And yeah, the tutorial was actually Bilbo. I think it actually came from. Some of the text seemed like it came from the Hobbit. So at least I recognize some of it anyway. But that's what the tutorial was. Sauron's deck I haven't encountered yet, so I don't know anything about what he's going to throw at me along the way. That's kind of like a modifier that comes into play. Here's rewards, quest challenges, Hall of Heroes, and all that stuff here for completing things. But in any event, let's go to the King of Carrion. And our hero's venture forth. An encounter is designed to be especially difficult. Yeah, okay, that's fine. King of Carrion. I guess we'll do narrative playstyle, adventure, challenge. I guess this is like easy, medium, hard, I guess. I don't know. We'll do narrative just for the sake of argument, because I got my starter deck here, so start quests.
Jorven steals a glance across the flames at the ragged and frozen strangers. Their starving eyes follow his every move as he ladles portions of stew into wooden bowls. What happened to these poor people?
The nights grow long now,
He mutters.
but not as long as during the winters of the Warlock. It is said that, during his reign, the Black Frost would descend from the heights, and the people of the moon would haunt the plains.
The strangers stare at Jorven, mouths agape, food forgotten.
For the dread Lord of Angmar had used his spells to summon the Mordraud, the Table Hound of Thangorodrim, the King of Carrion.
Jorven stops. One of the strangers has stretched out her hand as if to ward against his words.
Do not invoke his name.
She moans as the others huddle together, shivering in fear.
Do not invite him in.
Lowering her trembling hand, the woman gazes into the fire.
For the King of Carrion has returned.
Okay, the voice acting is actually rather good in the game. That's why I'm kind of like sitting here just enjoying it. All right, continue.
It is the dead of winter, and evil is afoot. Ever greater numbers of northern Bjornings have come seeking refuge. Ragged and starving, they tell of a black frost that kills and corrupts, of the rise of moonlings and a sea of fangs, and the King of Carrion. Grimbjorn has summoned you for a meeting. As you arrive at his hall, a vigorous debate is underway among the local chiefs. The refugees' stories are too strange, too vague, too disparate to grasp what is really taking place in the shadow of the North Mountains.
My da used to scare me with tales of restless Mordraud.
Grimbjorn says, giving you an earnest look.
My people are besieged. The forces of Dol Guldur are rekindled. The spiders harass our forest trails, and the western passages have become unsafe. This winter is the bitterest in recent memory, and now we have many more mouths to feed. Will you help us uncover the truth of this new devilry in the north?
Sure, dude. Sure.
You cross the ford
Wow.
near the Carrack and head north, staying to the snow-covered plains just east of the foothills. The weather is frigid, and the nights are black. After sundown on the fourth day, you arrive at the Siros, a wide tributary to the Anduin. On the far shore of the frozen river, you discern the outlines of a darkened building, perhaps a farmstead or fisherman's house. When the howling of wolves swells behind you, you decide to cross the ice and seek shelter for the night in the structure, whatever it may be. The first 100 paces proceed without event. Then, with a dull grinding and moaning, the ice shifts beneath your feet. Something snaps, and the frozen expanse jolts violently. Floes breach the surface in some places. Long cracks form across it in others. Behind you, blurry shapes pace to and fro along the bank. Wolves, summoning the courage to dare the ice themselves.
So, while the story is this is all good stuff, kind of hope that they cut it down a little bit, because really I'd like to get on with it.
If by life or death I can save you, I will.
I am Arwen, Elrond's daughter.
I will go and look on the halls of Durin.
Alright, select any cards I wish to change. Warrior Sword, Geldorn, Archer, Feint, Round Shield. I guess these are all fine. So, the way this was described, end of round, if 3 cracking ice are in play, your quest fails. Ooh, okay. So, the way that this was explained in the tutorial is this is your objective, because it's got a diamond here. And it's cross the frozen river to safety, end of round, summon 1 cracking ice. And if I get 3 cracking ice are in play, my quest fails. So I gotta like keep on that. Your heroes have a diamond as well, and the diamond that your heroes have determines how much you'll move towards, how much towards the quest you'll actually be able to put in. So it's important to kind of keep that in mind. It's an interesting additional mechanic. And speaking of additional mechanics, up here is Sauron's hand. Every so often, every round there's a chance that Sauron will play a card which will cause some sort of chaos to happen. So, but I haven't seen any of his cards yet, so I have no idea what any of his cards do. So there's that. Okay, so what is this? I have no idea what this is over here. Threat, 30 or 50. Tracks the amount of risk you face. Your quest fails if you reach 50. Huh. Interesting. Okay, that was not explained in the tutorial at all. And this is Fate. Tracks your available to unlock Fate events. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Warrior Sword. What does that do? Gives me +1 to whoever I give it to. Gives them +1 attack. Okay. That would be good to give to. To give to Aragorn. Right. Okay. Wolf you fear. What is this? This is a warg. A vicious warg. +1 when attacking a wounded target. Eee. And winter wolf. Okay. So then, I guess we take out this thing.
I am Aragorn, son of Aragorn.
Turn now. Okay. What does he do? 3 damage. So we can take out this one.
My axe is restless in my hands.
Okay, what was that you drew? Foul weather. Upkeep. Reduce card draw by 1 for each player. So can I,
A gift I will give you.
that towards the objective, because she's not going to really do much damage with her 1 attack there. Gain 25. So gain block. Gain strength. So it's weird because we're still in the action phase, but it's like each player takes their action phase one at a time here. It's not like you don't play all of your cards at once or whatever mana you have. It's more like you just kind of do what you've got. I mean, I still have 3 mana, but it's like it's kind of different way of doing things. Gain block. What does this do? Gain strength. This one something. Faint. Reduce 1 minion to 0 this round. It's not really going to work this time around. Galadon Archer. Deal 1 damage on arrival. Still not really doing much there. If I were to play that, but I guess I could play it anyway. Gain block. Gain strength. Oh, that gave me 1 more. Okay. Turn upkeep. Alright, so I see what's going on there. Archer down. Yeah, do that. Why can't I put the archer down? Oh, deal 1 damage. That's what it's like. You gotta deal 1 damage or something. Okay. Ooh, the UI is a little bit weird. It doesn't really give you stuff here. Gain block. That one. And reduce 1 minion to 1 this round. I don't think it's gonna work because this minion's already played out, so. Can I not do any more towards the objective? I guess I can't.
So loud I could shoot you
They're all
in the dark.
they're all played out. Alright, so that's fine. We've done some damage here. There's a new round. Upkeep. Restore 1 shielded character for Arwen during her upkeep. Okay, and then we have a whatchamajoosit, cracking ice, right? Deal 1 damage to 1 random character. That requires 4 to get rid of. So we're gonna have to deal with that at some point. And then this one, what does this guy do? Reduce card draw by 1 for each. Oh, right. So I'm only getting 2 cards. That's why I only got 2. Okay. First things first. Let's take this thing out.
I will go and look for the halls of Durin.
Someone's turn. Oh, Malicious Warg. Which only has 1 attack? +1 for each Malicious Warg in play. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So what we do is we're gonna have Arwen self-preservation, upkeep, restore 1, reduce minion to 0 this round. But that's got 6 health. It's going to be a rough one. But it only does 1 damage, so I'm not going to worry about too much right now. Right now, let's see if we can get some of these modifiers off the board. First of all, let's get rid of this cracking ice if I can. So let's do that.
Mine is the choice of Luthien.
Okay. So what did that do? Did something where it reduced Aragorn to only 2. Here, I don't know what happened there. I have no idea. No clue. So we'll do that. Do that cracking ice. Sauron passes. Alright, we'll use this to attack that because
So loud I could
you
shoot
can't help me
you
with
in the
anything
dark.
else. We can do self-preservation. there, and there's one minion to that this round. That doesn't help me at all. But we're still only going to have 2 cards. There's our upkeep. Lost in the War, threat event. Choose, discard up to 3 cards from your hand or discard 6 cards from your deck. Location specific. What is this? Okay. The ice bucks under you like a living thing when a fissure erupts nearby. The sudden shift knocks you from your feet and sends 2 sacks sliding towards the crevice. You only have time to recover 1 before the other is lost forever beneath the frigid black waters. So... how do I deal with this? Discard up 3 cards from your hand or discard 6 cards from your deck. Well, I don't have 3 cards in my hand, so I guess we're going to have to do the 6 cards from the deck. Deal with it. Fun times. Okay. Sure. So, now then. We want to... I think we want to get rid of that.
A gift I will give you.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this somewhat here.
I shall claim full amends for every fallen stopped toe.
Discard every event card from each player's hand. Evil Storm. Wow, that's fun. Okay. And what do we got? Warden of that. Alright, and then... So, Aragorn, you do this. Attacking an enemy. Okay, you put that on there, so let's try and get rid of this thing.
You breathe so loud I could shoot you in the dark.
Gain block. Really? Well, okay, block means everybody has to attack it, right? But that's fine. I'm gonna just play this.
Our history shall be proved.
Surge action. So,
Not on my watch.
so that. And then we don't have any other actions I can do this turn, so end. We have 2 cracking ice though. The Howling. +3 attack to every wolf, location specific. The Frozen have... Frozen haze dissipates briefly. The gibbous moon shining starkly upon the snow-bleached landscape. All is quiet for a moment. Then the howls begin. Wolves, both seen and unseen, bay into the night as if called by some distant master. The ice moans as if in reply, and a shudder of primal fear travels down your spine. Restore 1 to a character. I should probably be doing that, right? Like here. There we go. I keep forgetting whenever I see that up there that it actually means do something. We got Gandalf and a veteran. Actually playing Gandalf would be a good idea.
I am a servant of the secret fire.
Draw 3 cards or -3 something. I think draw 3 cards? I don't know what the crown... Oh, I guess it means No, that's a different thing. I have no idea. I have no idea what that does. None of that was really explained in the tutorials. Okay, so first things first. We gotta take care of at least one of these cracking ice things. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use Arwen here.
A gift I will give you.
And then we're going to use this thing to get rid of that.
None shall enter.
We're going to use, what is this that they put down? +1 every time you play a card. What is that symbol though? +1, what is that? Is that this here? Threat? +1 threat? Is that what that's supposed to be? I guess that's what that's supposed to be. +1 threat. So then let's use Gandalf here.
I'm Gandalf, and Gandalf means me.
And we use...
If my life or death I can save you, I will.
And, I guess we'll use him on the ice, maybe?
My axe is restless in my hands.
What else do we have here? A veteran axe hand, Athelian lookout, guard of the citadel, and Rohirrim lancer ranged. I can't put him down because that takes 3 mana. Let's put the guard of citadel down because he's got a guard on him, which I think means that everyone has to attack him. I'm not sure how that works. And we have one more here that we can do, but I can't. It's of no real use to me. So let's end our phase. Fleeting. Oh, Gandalf leaves after 1 turn? Okay, restore 1 to a character. Let's do that. Get a lot of achievements too. This is a couple of the games I've been playing lately have been like these achievement things where like constantly sending you achievements all the time, which is just weird. Okay. So we have enough to take care of this because I would rather just take care of this right now. Let's see, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's just take care of this thing here. Of the main objective.
I am Arwen, Elrond's daughter.
Treachery. I don't know what treachery does. Other than it put something here. Treachery sockets. Sauron's unrivaled treachery cards. They remain secret until revealed. Okay. Sure.
If by life or death I can save you, I will.
Hunted event. Plus 1 to each of your allies. Discard 1 of your allies. I guess plus 1 each of my allies. Yeah, that was threat. Okay. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna take care of this now.
Not on my watch.
Hopefully.
And look on the halls.
Alright, you've completed the goal for this location. Travel now to avoid the looming threat. Alright. Click to advance. End around effects of a trigger, and unexhausted enemies may attack. Okay.
Safe at last upon the far side of the river, you climb the shallow slope and approach the abandoned building. Snow has leached within through cracks in the doors and windows, while harsh winds and the ravages of wildlife have thinned the thatch to feeble patches. Strangely, the wooden beams are almost black, as if petrified or rotted by the cold. Spindly grey veins cover much of the stonework as well. The fine tendrils fall to dust where touched. Then you hear discordant scraping from the well nearby. You approach, weapons drawn. A shaft of moonlight reveals a terrible sight below. A young woman, clothing shredded, scrabbles at the sides of the well. You move to lower the bucket rope, but a companion grabs hold of your wrist. You take a closer look at the woman and notice her black fingers, black eyes, black lips shriveled into a cruel rictus. The rope slides from your hands. You're looking at a thing out of legend and nightmare. A child of the Black Frost, a moonling. Though shaken by the sight of the thing in the well, you continue your journey north. From what the refugees said, the source of evil radiated from somewhere in the Bjord Fields, an outlier range of the Misty Mountains. When the weather permits, you can see their thin outline in the distance. Gusty winds whip dry snow across gelid ridges and rolling hills, causing frequent whiteouts that cover you in a rime of ice. From time to time, you swear you see shapes wandering in the white murk, but they eventually disappear, if ever they existed. After some days of travel, black clouds gather to the north and east, and the winds die down significantly. You're not fooled by the relative calm, however. You move to prepare shelter. Something tells you that a great storm is coming. Not long after, it does, and shapes move within it.
So, the audio balance in the game is really terrible. Like, this blowing wind stuff is making it so you can't hear the narrators, which is unfortunate, because they're doing a really, really good job. But I will, for those who are not actually watching the video but are listening to it, I'll reread what was said here. The King of Carrion, many names, many deaths. Awoken from slumber, Mordor stretches luxuriously and licks his incisors. He dreamt about the strangers, the enemies making their way inexorably north to his domain. He stands, yawns, and casts his gaze around the hazy, bone-ridden plateau. Circling the stone tomb at its center, he inspects the seals and grimaces at the aura that leaches through the rock. During the long ages of Middle-earth, few had plumbed the depths of malice as deeply as had Mordor. He'd laid at the foot of the Iron Throne. He'd bared his fangs to the silver light when the moon was young. He knew the language of the moon and the secrets of the claws that await in the ice. He tasted the blood of greater heroes. He'd assumed many forms and taken many names. An unnatural growl begins deep within him, deepening as his mind reaches for the winds of the abyss. He wills them to blow hard, to blow south. It's time to deal with these strangers, these would-be intruders. Well, that's a lot of doggies. Lots and lots of doggies. Survived the winter storm. Okay. Threat event. Defeat every wounded ally. The harsh winter and frozen terrors unleashed in the northern mountains are more than the remaining populace can bear. Refugees flood southward where food and shelter are in short supply. The Bjorning people are near collapse. Restore 1 to a character. Oh, we still have all of our health and stuff from the last thing. Well, that's a thing. Okay. And we have a fire now, apparently. Revenge, gain 1 campfire if winter storm is in play, no attachments. Okay. And we still have our threat meter, too. So you have to actually get through the entire campaign before you hit 50 threat? That's a bit bonkers. Okay. And what is this? This is Winter Storm, locked, timed, end of round. Deal 3 damage to every character if campfire not in play. Ah, I see. So I gotta keep the campfire burning. So this is a time thing, so it's gonna be, I guess, four rounds, and then that resolves itself. Alright. So it just gotta be basically just killing all these doggies. All the doggies must die. Also, what do we have here? Gaining strength. Okay, that's right. That gives me 1 thing. Hidden lookouts. Veteran axe hands. Rohirrim Lancer. I feel like I should get something on the board here. Must make room to add this character to your party. Select an ally to replace or cancel to keep your current lineup. Okay, we'll replace the archer with you. There we go. Well, we're going to probably lose this guy anyway, one way or the other here. He's down to 1 health. So, let's see, how can we do this? We're going to... You do 2 points of damage, eh? Alright, so you're gonna kill this thing. So they don't damage you. The cold preserves. Anguish pierces your heart as your friend falls. Alas, you have no time to mourn the loss. The storm rages on, and the battle along with it. Then your friend stirs. Hope flares within you, only to be extinguished a moment later. For, with flesh wreathed in a spiderweb of gray veins, black lips curling in a grim rictus, and ice-burnt eyes gleaming, it is your friend no longer. A moonling has risen instead. Oh, that's fun. Every time they kill one of my dudes, they get a moonling? Oh, Jesus. Fun! Fun. Well, we can kill him outright with, whatchamadoodle it here? Gimli. So I think we'll do that.
They will go
Okay, and, what do? You do 2 points of damage to take out this other one. Another one down, which has turned into a moon thing. So we'll do... They got 2 of those moon things, too. They only do 1 point of damage, though. So I kind of feel like I should get rid of the other things first. Like, let's get rid of this one. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's right. They have 4 points of damage. That's right. That was correct. Math. Sometimes I do it. We got a lookout here. Anybody who does more than 2? No. No, we don't. But I can do this. Gimli's hurting pretty bad right now. Kill that one. Oh, that's got 4 points now. That's fun. I will say... I've only got 2 here. Let's do gaining strength. Dark Sorcerer, cancel the next event played. Treachery triggered. Oh, that was his treachery card that he played way back. So whenever I did that, so they have interrupts then. So it's like Magic the Gathering a little bit, where you have cards that can interrupt other cards. Okay. Well, it would have been nice to know that ahead of time. Let's see. Let's do... Let's play that one. And we're going to have to... Really nothing I can do here. Let's get rid of this thing. Let's get rid of that. Turn passes. Okay. Well, we don't have much else we can do here except end our turn. Okay, Shadows in the Gloom. Summon 2 Moonling Wights. Oh boy. Spurred by strong winds, snow numbs your face and stings your eyes. During a rare lull in the frigid gusts, you see silent shapes emerge from the whiteness. Cold, empty vessels driven by some loathsome will. Great. We got nothing but whites now. Awesome. Ice Storm. Deal 3 damage to every character. -1 damage to your characters for each card you discard. Thunder rolls and wind rips from laden clouds that appear overhead. Jagged hail stabs at exposed skin as the icy squall reduces visibility to a blurry gray-white haze. Deals 3 damage, discard 2 cards, or discard 3 cards, deal 0 damage. I guess we'll have to discard 3 cards then, I guess, huh? Okay, restore some to Gimli again. Okay. Let's see. I feel like it's very, very... the game is very unbalanced against me right now. Let's see. Let's take out one of these whites. Fun. That's done. Oh, and there goes Gimli. Great. We gotta take this thing out. It must die. It must die.
Our history shall be.
Okay, I will do... We gotta kill one of these anyway. That one... Oh, I forgot, wasn't my turn yet.
I am armed.
One down.
Nothing passes unnoticed.
It is so angled against me right now. It is caregiver, Rohirrim Lancer.
Run them down!
And I guess, there's nothing else I can really do except just hit this one, I guess. 2 hit points. Slaving Wolf! Fun. Fun times. Alright, I don't have any other things I can do here. This is speed. What in the hell was that? The vicious speed apparently just randomly killed a bunch of my people. Sneak attack. Summon one random ally. The ally gains fleeting. Ooh.
I am chief of the Druidade. None shall enter.
I don't know why that person dying sounded like a wolf dying, but okay. You only do 1 point of damage, really? Chambari Chan. Oh, of all the allies to get, I get the one that's a pushover. Okay. Well then go just do that, I guess. And 3 points, take that one down. They're attacking my fire. That's not good. Not good. I will do 2. And 1.
Gift. I will
Advance warning. Exhaust the next enemy that enters play. Okay. Or this one that doesn't do anything other than restore 2 to a character, 2 health to a character. So I guess, or 2 defense to a character, really. I mean, I guess that's worth it, but yeah, otherwise they don't do anything for me. They don't do anything at all for me. I guess we'll do advance warning. Yep, okay. That was actually a good idea, because that made that war go away. Operation triggered. What I'll do is I'll do this just to add 1 to the fire, I guess. No, I can't do it now anyway. I don't have enough points. Never mind. Christ, we can't get. We're at 47 and it's going to get to 50. This is ridiculous. Holy crap! This is not even remotely balanced. Though you've held the enemy at bay, the storm is a more implacable foe. Snow falls inexorably, making for treacherous footing. The heavy drifts sap your strength and threaten to douse the life-giving campfire. What is going on with... Why did they lose all of their attack? Oh my god, this is so messed up. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, it's just randomly doing stuff that's now making it so that I can't possibly win. This is so strange. Do faint, I guess, and reduce that one to 0.
Run them down!
I guess we'll play both of these. Restore 2 to a character. I guess I should have did that to the. Well, I don't know if the fire is considered a character or not, honestly. I'm an archer. Deal 1 damage to something. I guess to this.
You breathe so loud I could shoot you in the dark.
There goes our campfire. I have to I have to cast again, which I don't have any stuff to cast it with, so everybody's gonna get like 1 point of damage then, right? I guess we'll shoot this thing.
You breathe so loud I could shoot you in the dark.
If by life or death I can save you.
That. And I don't have anything else that I can do as far as I know. I don't know how you do this over here. The fate button. I should be able to unlock fate. Can I do something here with this? Oh, you have to target that? Oh, see, you know, the tutorial didn't say any of this stuff. None of this at all what came up in the tutorial. Like, hey, if you could use your fate points to actually put it onto your fate meter like that. Because that would have been immediately useful to know that earlier, game. Much earlier. So what does this do anyway? Location specific event, woolen cakes. I don't know. I can't cast campfire, so I guess we're done here.
You breathe so loud I could shoot you in the dark.
Mine is the choice of Luthien.
Complete the goal for this location. Travel now to avoid the looming threat. Yeah, but the problem is all these guys are going to attack me and kill me outright. Like, I don't understand. Okay, travel? Yeah, like they're all literally going to attack me and kill me. Stranger is come. You sagged your knees in the snow, gasping for air. It's over. The storm is spent at last, and a shaft of sunlight breaks through the scattering clouds. A dusting of white covers the detritus of friend and foe alike. The world seems as fresh as clean laundry. Good job, yes, good job, you hear someone mutter in a gentle hum. You rouse yourself to see a tall shape, a cloaked and bearded old man. He clutches a gnarled wooden staff in one hand and presses a tall brown hat onto his head with the other. Quest has failed. You can protect your heroes by using the defense ability to activate guard on other characters, or by playing cards with the guard keyword. You can also include guard increase health. Yeah, that doesn't help me at all. So that's as much. We got past the first location, and that was it. Yeah, that's a bit difficult. I mean, it says, yes, an encounter is designed to be especially difficult, which is true, but I mean, holy crap, that's not even balanced. That's not difficult, that's just completely unbalanced, is what that is. We see Sauron's deck for the most part here. What he's got. But holy crap, that's ridiculous. Fellowship reward, Hall of Heroes. Yeah, that's a bit crazy. So I can see why it's still in early access, because they haven't done a damn thing to like make that even remotely viable yet, it looks like to me. And also the tutorial is not great. Not great at all. It didn't explain any of that stuff. Didn't explain that I could have been using my fate all that time to help out. Because I was like, oh, let me just try this. And that suddenly somehow worked. So, I don't know. I feel very unprepared for it. The audio needs some tender love and care and some balancing, because it's a shame to not be able to hear the excellent voice actors just doing their thing. I don't know. I'm of mixed thought on this. On one hand, I kind of like what it's doing here. I kind of like the mechanics. I think the UI is horrible. it's just like there's it's not terrible, but there's like things that don't make a whole lot of sense. Like that thing that pops up is like, you got to use this now, or you can choose not to. But it doesn't really. It kind of pops up as though it's something that you're supposed to dismiss, not something you're supposed to act upon. So some of that takes a lot of kind of getting used to. And yeah, it would have been nice if the tutorial had explained things too. And the starter deck is apparently terrible. Because obviously if you can't use a starter deck, if all you start out with is a starter deck and you can't use it to even get past the first, quest, then something is terribly wrong, in my opinion. So there's all that going on, and I thought for sure I had changed my icon here to something else, but I guess it didn't actually keep that. And the settings, like I guess I could have changed the effects volume and maybe made the voices a lot, but then there's narrative volume. Why is there two things? I don't know. I don't know how that's supposed to work. And you know what? It didn't save any of my settings. It saved the high graphics quality, but it didn't save my 8x MSAA anti-aliasing that I had set. So not all the options are saving from one play session to the next. So yeah, there's some stuff that still needs to be worked out here before they start. And they've got expansions already, which is weird because it's early access and they still have like very baseline things that are just not right with the game. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about this one. I honestly don't. You know what? Because there's a save button here, which didn't immediately show itself. Here it is. Because why put a save button where it makes sense to put a save button when you can put it like right in the middle of everything and then make it barely visible? like barely visible that it's a save there. But anyway, there's some UI weirdness and things. And some of the narrative drags on a little bit when all you really want to do is play, which, again, you can just hit continue immediately and just skip it. So I guess it's not that bad a thing, but, then again, they are working on the Lord of the Rings books, which are so wordy that even I couldn't get through them. So I guess it's just par for the course there. But, in any event, this, my friends, has been the Lord of the Rings Adventure card game. It is by Fantasy Digital Interactive and published by Asmodee Digital. It's in early access on Steam. It's currently $18.99. The expansion content is like $10, so that's already half the price of the full early access just to get an expansion if you want it, assuming you go that far. And there's multiplayer. I haven't dug into it, so I don't know if there's anyone actually playing in the multiplayer or not. Again, this has been out in early access for about a year, so I would imagine by now it's probably died down, but who knows? Perhaps it is still working okay. Not entirely sure. But that is it for me, friends. Thanks. As always, I will leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.